In a world where the marks think they know better than the wrestlers and the bookers, the Fantasy Booking Institute exists to pretty much do exactly that. This is a visit from the FBI.
This is Dan the Dad, and you should listen to Raw and Order or you're grounded.
Welcome to another Fantasy Booking Institute, or as we've been calling it recently, man, Marvel out there, the weekly wrestling game night. I am your host, Detective Mark Smarks, and I am joined, as always, by my partners in crime fighting. Starting off, District Attorney Vincent Cafe. What's going on, man? How are you?
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
That is you. Also joining us in audio only, JLB. What's going on, man? How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I don't know where that's from. That's from somewhere.
So are you good?
I'm good.
Are you good?
Yes, sir, Bob.
It's Peanut from the Jeff Denham.
Yes, that's it.
And so you haven't gotten the new camera yet since you broke your last one with your ugly face?
Yeah, pretty much.
I dig your outsider shirt, bud.
Yeah, that's pretty badass. Nice.
Pro Wrestling Crate for this month, outsider shirt. My other one, the other one's a Macho Man shirt, and it's fantastic.
Say a Macho Man shirt or a Bacho Man shirt?
Macho Man.
It'd be cool if it was Bacho Man, considering we're doing Bacho Long pretty soon.
Mm-hmm. Other cool things in it, Scott Hall Micro Brawler. Looks like this.
Nice.
Wearing his denim.
Very cool.
You know where we. What does he say? You know where we are from, but you don't know why we are here. Mm-hmm. That's his WCW debut.
Yeah, you. We've got the Eric Bischoff pin. The theme of this month was black and white. And then the quiet part was NWO, but they didn't specifically say it because, of course, they can't. There also was a comic book that was Scott Steiner. It's a comic book, but it's really more like just pages of art of various different stages in his career, whatever, right?
Okay. That still counts as a comic book.
Yes, a sticker. Well, but it's not a comic book because it didn't have there wasn't a storyline going on.
Fair.
It was just
illustrations.
It was an art book, right?
Okay.
Probably the first time with a Pro Wrestling Crate that I've been fully disappointed in something. This is the sticker of the month, right?
Well, 6 would disagree with you.
It's 6. It is 6. I never in my life thought anything with 6. The wrestler Sean Waltman, who later became X-Pac in WWE, and a 6-ball from a pool table.
Legit, yeah.
And the theme was black and white, and that's green. There's black and white on it, but that's green. And I put this on my car. No one's gonna know that it's for a wrestler, and they're gonna think, "Hey, that guy must like to play pool."
Wonder if he's in a pool tournament.
Which, to give you an example, previous Pro Wrestling Crates, I got an Adam Cole sticker. It's all about the boom.
It's all about the boom.
A Mox sticker, which is pretty freaking sweet. I got a D.A. Fabe's favorite wrestler, Eddie Kingston. I got an Evil Uno. I think those are all the stickers that I got so far from the crates. I got on a previous crate a FTR Iron Arm that I don't know what I'm going to iron it onto. So,
denim jacket.
I don't have a denim jacket.
Well, you have to get one. Jacket. Yeah, that's it.
Do you know how much denim jackets are? Especially for a big guy like me. I mean, it's a lot of fabric.
Cheaper than leather.
It is cheaper than
Yeah.
leather. True. But you can't iron onto a leather jacket anyway. So I mean, I guess you can. No one's gonna stop you, but it's
Won't work that well.
probably
Ill
not.
advised.
Yeah, ill advised. Anyways, um, and then my favorite, maybe favorite, not favorite. One of my favorite things from this month's crate is the autograph. Now, the shirt and the Macho Man shirt are going to be my two favorites, hands down. But I really have liked the variety in signatures that they include. Like you can already see up behind me, I've got yeah, right over there. I've got the One Man Gang. I've got Karrion Cross and Scarlet, and you can't really see it, but over here I've got the Warlord, which I don't care about the Warlord, but whatever. I previously had shown the Repo Man one, but at the in a next crate I got a Cassius Ono one. I got a Justin Credible.
Nice.
I got this is probably my favorite of the autographs. William Regal.
That's so awesome.
That's sick. Lince Dorado.
Lindsay.
And then for those of you just coming back from a commercial break, I'm just showing off some of the autographs. Last month's one was Chavo Guerrero, which I do want to point out up here. This is a vintage photo from his time when WCW was still around.
Oh, nice.
Like
Chavito.
Chavo just had to have like a pile of these just sitting around. He's like, okay, I'll sign a bunch of them.
Nice.
And then this month's one, I am also excited for, is
Buff
I'm
the
buff
stuff.
and I'm the stuff, and the women just can't get enough.
Buff Daddy.
So
You are buff and you're the stuff, bud.
yeah, if by buff you mean very out of shape and kind of round.
Pleasantly plump.
I don't know if it's so pleasant. But
God, did you hear him? He's just an ass sometimes, man.
So they're also something that's I'm gonna eventually, I think, hang back there somewhere, but I don't know where. Maybe back in the corner there is a PWT flag in the style of the NWO logo. I'm gonna hang it up there for a bit, just to give him a little taste. Just a little taste, like a drug dealer, give him a little taste. And then I'm gonna take it down and be like, "You want some more? You better sponsor us." That's all I'm saying.
Are you in communications with them so that they can see it the first time?
No, not yet, but it's not up yet, so I'll do
Okay. Yeah, you're safe then.
yeah. Every month, though, I think to myself, is this the month that I pause for a while? Because here's the deal. I've been doing it for close to a year now, getting close. I'm filling up on shirts, right?
For sure. Yeah.
I don't get to wear t-shirts to my day job most of the time.
And you're
so
not a
there's, like,
two-shirter, if I remember correctly.
and I'm not usually a two-shirter. No.
You're okay with your nipples showing through, is what you're saying.
I got nice nips, man.
They're
Gotta be
beautiful.
proud of them.
I'll admit it. I've seen them.
And some people don't have nippleitis, you know what I mean? So their nips won't show that bad through a shirt. But if you got the nippleitis,
but like I'm just getting a closet full, and I'm like, man, maybe this is the month that I take a break for a couple months. Maybe I switch over to the AEW crate that comes quarterly for a bit, and go that way or whatever. And then I see them announce what next month's crate is going to be. Next month's crate features Bryan Danielson, Sting, Jay White, Brian Pillman, Brody King, Butterbean, and Skinner. And I'm not as familiar with Skinner because it's a little before my time.
But Enigma
But Enigma
and
really
JLB, I think both filled you in.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, it's Skinner, and I'm like, okay, great. And I looked him up, and I'm like, yeah, yep, don't care. I'm willing to bet money that's going to be the autograph. Just the way they like to go with autographs, they love to hit, especially if they're still alive, hit the classics. Um, I already have a shirt with Sting on it. It's Surfer Sting is the one that's RoboCop, right? So I don't
Right.
think it's going to be a Sting shirt. Um, I
Would you be happy if it was though?
would be very happy if it's a Sting shirt. Extremely happy.
You do have a Sting shirt though, no? I feel like
Yes,
you do.
it's
Yeah,
it's
you
the
just said
Surfer
that.
Surfer
Right.
Sting with RoboCop. It was
That's a cool
maybe
one.
the first one I got. First or second grade. I think it was the first grade I got.
Surprised you didn't stop there. You're like, I got Sting, I'm good.
What that was the first taste. That was the drug deal first taste that made me come back for more. I was like,
That's it.
but I would love for the autograph to be Butterbean, because I love me some Butterbean. But anyways, this is Pro Wrestling Game Night, where we're gonna have fun challenging each other to games. We used to do it as fantasy booking. We kind of strayed away from it because there's only so many times we can say, "Oh, well, if I was in charge, I would put CM Punk in the title match, and it would be CM Punk versus Matt Jackson in a no holds barred match."
Dude, what are you talking about? Matt Jackson totally wins that match. I don't know why you would even have that match.
No, listen. Just listen to me. Listen. Okay, hear me out. CM Punk wins.
Happens
Just
a lot.
hear me.
And also that is the voices of people who think they have to tell everybody who does a fantasy booking, especially some of them that do it really well, like Adam Blabier, who I can sit and listen to his fake stuff better than I can listen to Vince's fake stuff. So,
Well, the problem is Vince's fake stuff becomes real stuff.
well, real
Yeah, that's it.
televised.
It actually happens, and then we have to witness the stupidity that he brings on camera.
But and of course he has his own history, and Mr. Blabier does, but making retribution for that, I assume. I like I said, I could just as easily sit and listen to that. And there's always got to be some critique out there who's that would never work. Yeah, neither did Edge versus whomever he won his first title off of. I don't even remember who Edge beat for the first time he won the title. Anyway, moving forward.
Jeff Hardy?
No. That
No.
was later. I think it was Triple H or Kurt Angle or something like that. And at the time, it felt 0% believable. Of course, that's why they had the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that was
Hey,
was that because he won the Money in the Bank? Yeah.
Rockabye, baby. Oh, there you are. You're awake. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I was getting prepared for my game. I was getting prepared for my game because it's all sorts of fun. But I had to put together my scoreboard
Oh boy.
so I can keep score. But anyways, I always like to open it up if either of you want to go first with your game or if you want me to start.
Is your game really, really good? Like, really good?
I think it's lots of fun.
And it's new?
It's new.
Okay. I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay. We have some cards that I started to open a while back that have just sat here. Just 2 years old, sitting here, waiting for some attention. Saying, hey, look at me, look at me. So, I think we're going to do a head-to-head draft.
Okay.
Just to make things easy. We can do 3 games of this. That's what I have enough cards already out for. So, there will be 1 extra set, and I'll just open those between you two's games. So, Smarks.
How many cards?
Well, hold on. I don't know.
He's just opening them up.
I don't remember. Probably 6. It should say on the packs themselves. 6 cards or.
I need to grab a pen so I can write down which ones are which. Oh, that's a good point. 7.
7. Okay.
So we are going to have the categories will be manager, main event, mid card, tag 1, tag 2, jobber, and in the lucky event that you get a tag team that's already developed as a card, you don't have to use all 7, but your other one is going to be opposition, meaning also a contender for the main event.
Okay.
But not part of a faction. So, Marks 1 through 7. 1 through 7.
6.
There's the back one. So this is the one you're getting right there. Okay, JLB 1 through 6.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. JLB. All right.
And are we bouncing back and forth, or are we each doing our own?
You know, it is much more fair to bounce back and forth because
Okay.
once you know that somebody has a shit fucking main event, you can just roll on them. So, who's going first?
I'll go
Mark's
first.
on the screen, so he gets to go first.
Okay, I'll go
There
first.
we go.
Because JLB's face is broken in his camera. It's not actually true, but I am drawing from the back of the packs here. So, Smarks, your first one is Apollo Crews wins the United States Championship. So it's Apollo Crews. Apollo!
Mid card.
A-P-O-L-L-O. Okay. JLB, your first card, back of the pack.
Dun, dun, dun.
Io Shirai.
Oh,
Current Ms. Money in the Bank. Io
yeah,
Shirai.
that's fair.
Should have made opposition women's, but there's not a guarantee there's going to be a woman in it.
No, that's fair. What do I have? It's manager, mid, world.
Manager,
tag.
main event, mid, tag 1, tag 2, jobber, and opposition.
Okay, yeah. So
I.e., opposing main eventer.
might be kind of fun. Let's do mid.
Mid. So we're having Apollo versus EO. He hasn't done very many of these games with us, has he?
Not too many.
I think I did one or two.
Okay. Smarks. Raquel Gonzalez. She
Oh,
was
shit.
not Rodriguez yet. Still Gonzalez.
I'm gonna put her tag 1.
JLB. Drew McIntyre defeats King Corbin. You have Drew McIntyre. That is title holding Drew McIntyre.
That's fair. And tag.
Put it down.
How are the drugs, bud?
I don't want him as my main. I don't want him as my main.
You also have an opposition, so you have two main eventers. Sparks, you have a gift. Cesaro and Shinsuke. Congratulations. You will have an extra card if you choose to place... Oh.
No, I've already got a tag.
Tags.
Yeah.
So you can use one of these two somewhere else.
Ooh,
Cesaro
nice.
and Shinsuke.
Let's put... Fuck. Let's put Shinsuke as tag 2.
JLB, you have... This is so fitting. Sami Zayn.
Yes. Son of a bitch. Who did I put as my tag? I put Drew, huh? Drew and Sami Zayn might work. Since KO is out. Yeah, no. Let's yeah, he's gonna go for the world. He's gonna go for the world.
Do you have a main event or opposition?
If I make him as opposition, that's just implying what?
It implies that he's going for the championship from said teams.
He's just not in the team. You're creating a faction. This is a person that the faction would be
He's
against.
Not in the team.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Let's do main event.
Main event. Sami Zayn.
Damn right.
You're gonna kick his ass.
Not necessarily. Might get
memorable entrances.
Oh
We've seen it before. We'll see it again. Congratulations on your Undertaker card, my friend.
Yeah. Well,
you have a manager, main eventer, opposition.
Or
jobber if you want, but I would not put him as a jobber.
Not a good place to put Undertaker.
He would not lose likely.
Let's put him main.
Main event.
There was a world where Sammy could be Taker. Come on now.
John Morrison to JLB. John Morrison to JLB.
I have what left?
You have tag 2, manager, jobber, and opposition. That would be a really fun tag. Holy cow!
It would be. I was thinking of it. Yeah,
that would be a really fun tag. And but you probably already have tag wrapped up just with Drew there. You can put anybody you want there.
No, that's fair.
That's
why we're gonna have John Morrison as a manager.
John Morrison,
I'm
Johnny
out.
Drip Drip. Smarks, you're up. Well, it's a good thing you used Shinsuke earlier because now you have Cesaro.
Nice.
I don't pick the decks, folks.
I guess he's going to be opposition.
I almost feel... No, I won't say it.
I think one of my lights is dying.
Coolest mixed tags. You already have your tag teams wrapped up. Coolest mixed tags has Sasha and Roman Reigns. You can place either one of these two wherever you want, but your tags are wrapped up, so you cannot make them a tag.
Oh my god.
They're not wrapped up, but you can place
Yeah.
one of them in with Drew if you want, or you have tag 2, jobber, and opposition left. That's a really cool card. That's probably
That is a
one
really
of my
cool
more
card.
favorite from this box set. WWE trading cards, the top set. I think Smarks would agree with me. This is probably the worst set we have. Other than those women.
When did Sasha and Roman become a tag? I'm trying
It was
to
probably
even...
during
It
Mixed
was a-
Match Challenge.
I think it was a
Okay.
throw together. I thought that was a throw
Throw
together,
together.
but maybe not. Oh, that is the old Roman Shield vest, so maybe. Sasha or Roman.
Roman for... Let's do Roman for the...
Tag 2, jobber or opposition. I would not choose jobber.
But what's the... I still don't get the point of doing opposition. It'd be against my team?
No. Well, yeah, theoretically they are not part of your faction, but they are a high-end main eventer.
Okay, just as a... Okay, so Roman is opposition.
Roman would be a terrible jobber, though.
No, definitely.
Baron Corbin as King Corbin. Smarks. Baron Corbin as King Corbin.
Who will be fighting against... what is his name? Steve Gables? Steven Gables?
Gable Steveson.
Gable Steveson. There you go. Yeah.
You have, for Baron Corbin, you have manager or jobber, but it is King Corbin. God, those are really good spots for him.
Yeah. I am.
You lucked out big time.
I am doing manager Corbin. I also do have a potential skip, don't I? No, maybe I don't.
No, because you didn't use your tag teams
Because I didn't
together.
use my tag teams together. That's right.
So, both of you had a potential one, but had already filled the tag team spot. I wanted to make the tag team not a discard spot, and I think that teaches us something there. Mustafa Ali. JLB. Jobber Tag 2.
We're going to put him over in the tag, too, because I do not believe Mustafa Ali is a jobber. He certainly deserves better.
And both of you have jobbers left. Unfortunately for you, Smarks, your jobber is a former world champion in Sheamus.
Oi!
I'm actually fine with it. If only based on current position in career.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. And, you get to choose
Oh.
For
this
your
event.
jobber,
His jobber can be Kevin Owens or either one of the two Street Profits. Montez Ford, D'Angelo Hawkins.
Well, I feel like the only person that is going to beat Sheamus in that would be Kevin Owens.
well,
Keep in mind, in
in
that
mind,
particular
in that
category,
it's
who's the
about
better
who's the
jobber?
better jobber.
Whose job's better?
I know. Yeah, that's fair.
So that's somebody who would not win in the match head to head. It's actually the person who would lose.
that's fair.
jobber against Sheamus.
I would go with Angela Dawkins.
Unfortunately, that's probably the best
Yeah.
choice of those
Yeah,
Yes.
because
Yes.
for that.
Montez
I-
Ford would
I'm not-
probably
I'm-
maybe win.
I'm not
The actual
sure
match.
I agree with it whether it's going to be the winner or
Mm-hmm.
not. But
But he's the biggest jobber out of those. two.
out of those three, he's the one that would be the best choice for their son.
So I
Yeah.
have good news and I have bad news. The good news is there is a caveat that I didn't tell you about. The bad news is I think Smarks picked up on it. So when you were picking your opposition, that was the opposition for the opponent's main eventer. You do not have Taker versus Sami Zayn, which sucks for some people. So you really still only have 5 points available. So, manager, Corbin versus John Morrison. I think this one's a pretty big no-brainer, but you guys tell me. Corbin versus John Morrison.
It's Corbin, right?
Yeah, it's Corbin.
Yeah, it's
He's
Corbin.
gonna be the better manager.
Yeah.
You would make the better manager.
In the main event, Taker is taking on Roman Reigns. Not at WrestleMania 31. Just to make things a little better for Smart.
Yeah. I still think it's Taker, right?
You two decide.
I mean,
If you need a tiebreaker, I'll give an opinion.
Are we doing Roman, tribal Roman?
I think if Undertaker
You do
came
Prime
back
versus
today,
Prime.
I think if Undertaker came back today, they'd still have Undertaker win.
I don't know. They had Roman win at WrestleMania, though. I'm just bringing that up because that's what
because they
Young
needed
did.
to build a guy who hadn't been built yet.
That's very true. But it's also a guy who hasn't been beaten since, what is it, 2021?
Which is all the more reason you bring back the Undertaker and you have him lose.
Haven't beat
You don't job out the Undertaker, man. And I'm not an Undertaker mark. Like, meh.
No, that's fine. Give it to the Phenom. As long as he's the Phenom and not the American Badass. If he's the
simple
American
fact
Badass,
is,
he fucking dies.
If it was Undertaker versus Sting, I would probably still say Undertaker,
Still can't
just
believe we
because of
never
the
got
way
that.
they've been booked.
So pissed that never happened.
I am a Sting guy, and I would prefer it to be Sting winning, but I 100% feel like, especially if it was in WWE, it's Undertaker winning.
Yeah, for sure.
I am going to look and see who the longest unbeaten for Taker is, just so you guys can have all the facts. Longest title reign is 140 days, but I think his longest unbeaten is quite long.
Who's 140 days takes?
Yeah. I think it was 1993 or something like that before he lost. So, anyway, he just didn't have the title. No, because he lost to Hogan. That's right. Anyway, so you have Taker winning that one. Okay. In the other main event, Sami Zayn versus Cesaro.
That's actually a pretty even.
Yeah, they turned out better than I could have hoped for.
So you did
Sami
the
Zayn
opposition
versus
go
Cesaro.
against one of the main events, and the other opposition going against the other.
The
events.
main event goes
Nice.
against the opposition for the other person. So
Nice,
in
that
this
worked.
case, my opposition faces your main eventer.
That way
That's
you
up.
didn't know what was coming.
That's
It
fair.
was
Nice.
to make the points work better. Sammy Cesaro.
Well,
Like,
this is
right
if this
now?
is Sammy Cesaro in WWE, it's Sammy, because I feel like they never gave Cesaro a chance.
I would 100% say it's Sammy.
I was to say even right now, I'd say it's
I'm
Sammy.
saying even right now, I would.
If it was right now in Ring of Honor, I think it'd be Cesaro.
Cesaro,
But if it was right now in AEW, it'd probably be Sammy.
Give Sammy 6 months in Ring of Honor, though.
The thing is, like,
Sammy's kind of dying off, though, and I hate to
Well,
say that.
it's
Just as
even
a
more than that.
team-
Ring of Honor, like, as a whole, they always value technical skills above popularity and persona. And from a pure technical standpoint, it's hard for Sammy to stand up to Cesaro,
Fair enough.
technically. But again, AEW, I think Sammy wins. WWE, I think Sammy wins. That puts Sammy 2 up one way or another. So
Yeah. Fair enough. Apollo and Raquel Rodriguez Apollo versus Io Sky. Io Shirai. Sky Shirai.
I feel like Io Sky might win, though. Apollo's phenomenal in the ring. This is for what? This is for mid card.
Mid card battle.
Okay.
This is somebody you want to win.
I'm gonna look up one little fact, and
The problem is Io Shirai has proven herself to be more than a mid card in NXT. She's been a champion, but in WWE, she's nothing but mid card for now. She's the Money in the Bank, so they just got her up there finally to be above mid card. But
the only argument I can make for Apollo is that Apollo has been IC champion once and US champion once.
Io has never held main event titles.
And yeah, Io has never held
in NXT, she has no.
But that not mid card.
That doesn't count.
Main event.
Well, I mean,
these are not, they have main roster. NXT
not main roster. Mm-hmm. But I mean, there's no mid-card titles for women, though.
The caveat I will say is since there are no mid-card titles, she was tag champion, women's tag champion.
Numerous fucking times.
Okay, I'm going to make the sexist remark. It's a dude versus a chick. And Vince is booking.
Yeah, but Vince also doesn't like either.
Yeah, well, there's comedy there.
There's loads of comedy there.
Question, is James Ellsworth anywhere nearby?
Yes, Io's husband, James Ellsworth.
That's her actual husband, legit?
No.
Oh.
No.
I was like, God damn. But yeah, Vince would definitely make that a story.
As far as I know, Io is not married, but to be perfectly honest.
Chin up, James Ellsworth. Chin up. You got this, kid.
So who did we choose? Did we just choose Io to win this or Apollo?
I don't know. I feel like as
Apollo is a more prevalent mid-card champion. Technically, the Money in the Bank is kind of a mid-card championship. That's her first. Technically.
Yeah, but also she's been tag champion, which I guess can be considered a mid-card title. And that's the only titles you can give to a woman in wrestling in WWE. So they're kind of tied on mid-championships. But
okay, so let's pretend that they're in AEW. Put both of them in AEW. Is Io in the TBS championship conversation? Is Apollo in the TNT conversation? I think Apollo's in the TNT title conversation. I don't know which conversation Io's in.
Well, she could be in the TBS or even
she's in the world title. I think she's in the women's championship conversation. I think she's
Apollo's the better mid. How was the movie?
Got it.
Here's a fun side story while we're talking about Io Shirai that I did not know. Before she came to WWE in 2012, her and her boyfriend, maybe fiance, Kazushige Nosawa, were arrested in Narita International Airport upon their return from Mexico under suspicion of trying to smuggle 75 grams of marijuana. Hidden inside paintings of the two into the country. They both denied the charges, claiming the paintings were gifts from fans. Eventually, her and Kazushige ended their relationship. On June 28th, the Japanese prosecutor's office decided not to prosecute her. And on July 9th, Mexico-based Japanese wrestler Takuya Sugi held a press conference and confessed to planting the drugs on them.
What?
According to Sugi, this other guy who worked as liaison between AAA and Japan, who had a personal grudge with Nosawa, had promised him a contract extension with AAA in exchange for the deed. So he says, this other guy said, he'd get me a longer deal with AAA if I planted these drugs on them.
Oh, Jesus.
Fair enough.
That's a
That's
crazy
horrible.
story.
That's a horrible story. Yeah, I mean, crazy, but horrible.
That's a
All
soap
right,
opera.
your tag team battle. You've got Raquel and Shinsuke versus Drew and Mustafa. Do we need to discuss this? Drew could have won this one by himself.
True, except Drew is not a tag team specialist.
And Shinsuke and Raquel are, well, Raquel now is, and Shinsuke
Raquel
was.
is,
Okay.
but Shinsuke
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Plus, she uses her feminine wiles and her back muscles.
Oh God! Don't get me
She-
started with the back
And
muscles.
she shows off every time. You just, look at me.
Okay,
Not
we're
even-
just going to move on because I already gave you your answer. The correct answer is Drew and this stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Just trying.
Positive, Ali.
And, oh my God, we ended up in a tie still. Sheamus and Angelo Dawkins. I mean, Angelo Dawkins is the better jobber, right?
Yo,
Of those two.
there's no denying that.
Currently, yes. Going forward, I don't think so. I think
But right now,
Sheamus's
yes.
career from now on is leading towards more jobberdom, and Angelo Dawkins' career is leading towards less jobberdom.
Well, now
So
he's
that-
going to be in the Hurt business. So that didn't really work well for Shelton and.
I'm thinking that's going to end up being a red herring.
Who
and
did he get this week? He had two other people. No.
He was photographed with, who was it? I can't remember, but yeah, it was two other people. I think it's all red herrings because MVP has over the last 6 months been very defensive on Twitter anytime someone suggested reforming the Hurt business and put here's some black wrestlers in the Hurt business. He's like, the Hurt business is not just a place you throw black wrestlers together, right? This is not just the trash bin for black wrestlers you don't know what else to do with, you know. And while yes, the previous Hurt business was black wrestlers, it was not a black wrestler faction. It was a faction of wrestlers who happened to be black.
Yes.
Right.
Mm.
And so all of these, and that's why I think it's a red herring. I think they're just playing with this. Ooh, you put MVP, and have them videoed with the Street Profits. Everyone's going to think they're going together in a team. Oh, then now let's put them with some other black wrestlers, and everyone will think they're going in a team. And
Well, it wasn't MVP. It was just Lashley. No, was MVP there? I think it was just Lashley.
Lashley last time MVP was like this week or something. But anyways, my point still being, I think they're just playing with the concept.
So, in the event of a tie, and we're going to cut this short because we are running long on that one game. If all three of us have games, in the event of the tie, base goes to the runner, and base goes to the runner. It would be main event versus main event. So you have Taker versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, Taker takes it.
So, congratulations, Smarks. That is your third consecutive win in card draw. I know, I was the one who lost 2 in a row after kicking the shit out of you for like 9 times in a row.
Okay, who's next?
Or JLB.
I'll go. All right, so my game is hopefully going to be
Smarks is
fun.
excited.
I'm excited for my game.
He's just excited for his game. He doesn't give a
put
shit about
work
mine. Mine's just going to suck.
I
I'm
love-
going to change it all around.
I love some of the more consistent games that we have. I will admit that. I like card draw. I think it's a lot of fun.
I like card draw.
Nice.
The problem for me is card draw got to be expensive.
Yeah.
And I've got a table full of cards sitting over here.
But you can always
I don't have a
recycle.
display case.
And no complete sets.
True. Card draw is fun. I personally enjoy product placement. I know Smarks doesn't enjoy it as much. And then obviously quiz game is a blast because I kick the shit out of JLB on a regular basis.
On a regular.
Name that wrestler. Sorry, that's what it's called.
Yeah. I named that wrestler exactly. So Okay, so what I originally was thinking of is I'm gonna do basically just change that finisher. So I am going to give you a wrestler, and you are going to change his finisher to something else, and Smarks will do the same, and we'll see who gets the point for it to see if it would make the most sense for that particular wrestler.
Okay.
Okay. So first off, we are going to start it off with Seth freaking Rollins. So currently, right now, his finisher is the stomp and, well, I guess the curb stomp and technically the pedigree still. So can't use either of those. What is Seth Rollins' new finisher that he is going to be premiering at SummerSlam against Finn Balor? Fabe, you can go first.
Oh, me.
Preferably a name too, if you want it. You can name the finisher.
He is going to do a. He's going to start using Cedric Alexander's old closing move, which was a suplex into a backstabber.
The lumbar check is what
Lumbar
Cedric called
check.
it.
That was a badass move.
It was fucking awesome.
Obviously, it doesn't work on bigger dudes, and that's fine because he's going against Finn Balor. So he's going to use the lumbar check, and I don't know. You can call it the spear of death, but it'll be a Falcon Eagle into it. That'll be the difference. Or Falcon Arrow into it. Sorry, Falcon Arrow into it. So he'll have the suplex up. He'll start turning, and then he'll do it into like maybe just a base knee instead of dropping on his back. That way he's not stealing a maneuver. That works by me.
Innovative.
I like that.
What was the
Falcon
finisher
Arrow
called?
into a knee. It was called the lumbar check. It was so cool. And it only works with smaller, agile guys. But it was great. It's a fantastic move. And so we're going to just turn that into a Falcon Arrow into a single knee, like in the lunge position.
Oh, that was an
drop
awesome move.
into a single knee drop. And we're just going to call it the drip of death.
Okay.
Seth drip. All right.
I see where DA Fabe is going with it. I'm going in a slightly different maneuver. So, because he's using the Falcon Arrow, and at first I was thinking, oh, let's just go back to what he used to do, which was the superplex into Falcon Arrow, right?
Right.
But then I thought, nope, it's better. Superplex roll through into a 1916.
Wait. He's gonna do Balor's move to him.
But he's gonna call it
dirty.
He's gonna call it the Demon Slayer.
Nice.
One match move.
Maybe, or maybe he continues. I mean, he continued to do the pedigree long after the storyline with Trips was done.
That's true.
True. That.
Once it's in his arsenal, it can stay, and especially he can continue to call it the Demon Slayer if he uses it to put away Finn Balor. Especially since I do expect them to announce that this will be a demon Finn Balor. They haven't done it yet, but they got a week. So,
Well, if they're gonna do it, I mean, this is the time you have to put the title back on him.
Well, I
hate
mean, I
saying
feel
it,
like that's almost going to happen, so you can have the feud between Damian and Finn go down.
Well, and being the first of something, it's okay to lose it quickly. That's fine
yeah.
because you're the first. So
I mean, just longer than 1 day. Is all.
Yes, yes. Because Finn Balor deserved better than 1 day.
So what is he doing? He's doing the 1916.
Starts with a superplex, roll through, up into a 1916. The whole move all together is called the
Superplex
Demon
roll
Slayer.
through. Okay, that would actually smooth in pretty well. Okay.
Because he does the superplex roll through into the Falcon Arrow.
Right.
And so this would be just roll through, and instead of going up all the way up, he lifted
Nothing
spikes.
can stop him. He's all the way up. Sorry,
It's a great
all
song.
the way up, and there I am.
Okay, and which move do you guys like better? I guess that'd be biased, but
Yeah.
just out of consideration of what do you see Seth Rollins actually doing? They're both really good.
I don't see him doing move infringement, but I didn't see me doing that, and here I do on a regular basis on our stuff. If Smarks would agree to say his move, I'll agree to say his move. So if Smarks will say it's mine, I'll say it's his that's better, and then we can just move on because that's a silly question.
That is a silly
we
question.
both came up with them.
No, exactly. So I will pick. I like Smarks just for the pure transition of it.
I love you for that, you fucking prick.
Brock Lesnar. So no German suplex and no F5.
Whoa. German suplexes happen all the time. Yeah. Everybody does German suplexes. Yeah. That's not.
It just can't.
Excuse me. No suplexities.
No suplex city.
Okay. I'll go ahead and say that a body grapevine with a front bound chicken wing into an arm bar, and we'll call that the Kimura lock. Mm-hmm. That's the one that Brock's going to use as his finisher.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't eliminate the Kimura lock, bud.
Yeah.
I know. Well, yeah, that's fair. I don't know why you'd choose it just to spite me.
That's why. That was why right there.
Because you're spiteful. I get it. I get it.
I am. Okay, so go ahead. Your power move that isn't the Kimura lock, F5, or apparently Suplex City.
I'm debating.
Oh.
I'm debating.
Cool.
He's debating. He's quite the master.
I'm a master at debating.
Mm-hmm.
I've had lots of practice. I've been married 15 years, and you could take that either way.
Good Lord. Nothing can stop him. He's all the way up.
All the way up.
Okay, it's kind of a combo move, and I'm trying to decide whether it works in my head. Is part of what's holding me down here. It's a move that we used to see a fair amount of time, and we don't see it as much anymore. But it starts off with the chicken wing suplex, right? So
like a double underhook suplex.
Double underhook suplex, yes. And those typically, there are multiple ways you can do them. But the one that I prefer is you get them up and then you spin, right? And you release one arm, you spin so that they land. And the combo is, because you're holding onto the other arm as you drop them, he immediately rolls through into an arm bar.
Arm bar.
I had to change it because I was going to say immediately rolls through into a keyhole lock, which is effectively a Kimura lock. But I'm like, no, let's have him do an arm bar. instead.
Fair enough.
All right.
I appreciate you for that.
Oh, that's what you appreciate about me.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I am going to go with a move that has been on the wayside for a while, and a new manager is going to come out with Brock. Someone who respects him and has faced him numerous times. And he's going to borrow a move from that guy, and I'm going to bring back a move that we miss deeply from a guy we don't want to see wrestle again. Jackhammer suplex. And I don't need to describe the move. If you don't know what a jackhammer suplex is, go look it up.
That's it.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, that would fit Brock. Yeah, that could work. I vote for Fabes.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Hey, did you know Io Shirai has an older sister who is also a wrestler named Mio Shirai?
Hey, I think you need to stop looking at EO porn.
If it was porn, man, I'd be shutting off this podcast right now. Mio no longer wrestles, but now she is a referee.
You left your icy hot sitting out on the table back there.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, sure didn't. Know exactly where it's at.
Oh, Jesus. Between the legs. All right, we'll go with so last one. I know my game isn't all that cray. We'll go with let's do The Rock. No people's elbow, no rock bottom, no sharpshooter. Because he made that his finisher for a hot minute.
Yeah, I would never equate that move with The Rock.
I know. Feel like he still did it better than Natalia, though.
Ever. I'm first on this one, aren't I?
If you want to be.
If you want to be my lover.
But you're not first because you were a dick last time. So
Don't-
you have to go first. So you technically are first.
Yeah, don't get with my friends. That's kind of the rule. Like,
all right. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Do I go with the shoulder breaker that Rocky
that he used the big step.
It's such a horrible move. It has to be something where he can do facial expressions as he's doing this. So I'm just trying to figure this out here.
So he's doing a submission. This would sound better and look better if I was on camera, but you know.
Samoan Cloverleaf. Thank you for the submission.
Oh my god.
Oh, so a standing figure 4. Okay.
Yes, Samoan Cloverleaf. But he will put his knee in the back, much like the lion tamer has the knee in the back of the walls of Jericho. The Samoan Cloverleaf will be a Texas Cloverleaf with the knee in the back of the opponent. And it actually has a different name by the one guy who ever did it, and I don't remember who that was. Smart sent us the article, and I just can't remember it at all. To our fans, we have had a long-standing, fun debate about different submission maneuvers that have been duplicated or have different names. And the question I asked is there any other kind of cloverleaf other than a Texas one?
Yep.
And then it became,
it's meant as a joke, and it became a heated debate.
We also had an argument about Scorpion Deathlock or Sharpshooter. Which one was first?
It was a Scorpion Lock. That's just fact.
Scorpion Lock, yes. But Deathlock versus
It was
Sharpshooter.
also Scorpion Deathlock first.
Oh, okay. Well,
And that's just fact.
Sting did have it first. Yeah.
Sting did have it
did
first.
Wait, but he
Yeah.
took it from a Japanese wrestler.
Ricky Choshu is the guy who created it, a Japanese wrestler, and he called it the Scorpion Lock. Then Sting started doing it as the Scorpion Deathlock, and then later Bret Hart started doing it.
I'm gonna need you to cite your provable video sources. Okay.
He's like, I'll do it.
While Bret Hitman Hart is the wrestler with whom the Sharpshooter is most often associated, Ronnie Garvin and Sting were the first wrestlers to prolifically use the hold in North America, during which time it was called the Scorpion Deathlock, deriving from the original Japanese name. In Hart's autobiography, he noted prior to his first major singles push, Pat Patterson asked if he could do a Scorpion Deathlock, which he was familiar with from Japan but did not know how to execute. Hart revealed the only person in the locker room who knew how to do the move was Conan, who taught it to Hart.
But Bret Hart is the excellent of execution.
Yeah, its name was based on Hart's Hitman nickname. In WW publications of the era, Bret's father, Stu Hart, long known as the trainer, was generally given credit for devising the move. So they tried to claim that Stu Hart invented it. Edge innovated an inverse variation, which he called the Educator.
Right, yeah.
Which I don't know if I call that an inverse Scorpion Lock, but yeah, that's a different thing altogether. But anyways, but it was
but it is an inverse Sharpshooter.
but the move was invented by Japanese professional wrestler Ricky Choshu. Was popularized by Sting. Now, in fairness, the Scorpion Lock that Ricky Choshu did, he often sat all the way down, a sitting version of it.
Right.
Instead of a squatting version.
Yes. Anywho's,
more fun when I was picking on you about it.
For me.
He's kind of, because I'm watching. Oh no, but that was the blue. Okay.
The Samoan cloverleaf.
So for me,
it's a fun conversation to have with your friends. Do that on a regular basis. And just choose the opposition sometimes. It's fun to do that.
So I'm, in a way, I'm going kind of your thing. His move is going to be the Samoan something, but it's going to be based off of a Samoan drop.
Okay.
Right?
The Samoan bottom.
But instead of just dropping, he's got him up in the rack position, right, on the shoulders, and the regular Samoan drop, you just drop backwards, right?
Correct.
And for him, he's going to hold the legs and launch the person up as he goes back, right? So in the end, the person's upper body goes up and he takes a flat back bump that way.
So it's a shoulder rack to a suplex?
Kind of, but not the normal suplex. Yeah, it's kind of like more like a release German, shoulder rack to a German, right?
Okay.
Because their head's going to be the one going up instead of their head staying down.
Gotcha.
So
I get what you're saying. So they're in the rack position. Starting the motion of the AA, i.e. the fireman's carry, goes up like this, grabs the leg, flops them down backwards like that.
Yes,
backwards. They can protect their head like this.
They can protect their head just fine. They've got
it's a unique, never done move.
Do a flat.
And so I like that.
And he is gonna call it.
He can.
I was going to go. I'm trying to decide whether I do a variation of Samoan something on it.
It's tempting with ones like that because they are a battle culture to do like some Samoan sleeper, even though the sleeper is a pass out move.
Yeah.
Well, no, we just hit you so hard that you're going to go to sleep. And that beats CM Punk's GTS concept. But
yeah.
Tribal.
I'm not telling you what to name it. I'm just giving you. It's tempting to do something like that.
The tribal drop, rock tribal drop.
Rock drop. Rock bottom, rock drop. I get what you're saying.
I get where you're going.
Yeah. The kitchen. If you smell.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
There's a fun meme there somewhere. With the rock. So I have this friend, while you're thinking, I have this friend who has now twice sent me a link to a group, a acapella group doing WWE intros because he thinks they're really, really good. Terrible. Like, okay, a couple of them are okay, but the guy who does the imitation of The Rock's voice on that one, horrid. It makes me want to just stop doing it.
That's the WWE Anthem acapella one we sent you?
What do you mean?
The one with John Cena in it and The Undertaker. There's so many.
I just said that I had a friend who'd sent it to me twice.
Oh, dirty.
And I never thought it was good. Never. Ever.
No, they have a Star Wars acapella one. I'm always so. Oh my god, they have a Mortal Kombat one. I gotta check that out.
I would venture to guess those are better.
I'm just gonna go with my first. It's gonna be the Samoan Slam. It's not as good of a name. I lose points on the name there, but it's already a Samoan drop. He's paying homage to the Samoan heritage. So there's the Samoan spike. There's so I'm just calling it the Samoan Slam.
The Samoan Slam. That's fair.
I had an idea and I was like, ooh, because you said the smell what the Rock is cooking. I'm like, ooh, let's look up. And I was trying to look up and see if there's was like a Samoan dish that I could name it after. You know what I mean? This is what you're smelling the Rock is cooking. But none of them looked like they would make a good name. So I was like, nah, I'm going away from that. The closest would be there's one called Masi Samoa, which are coconut cookies. But I'm like, nah, let's just do Samoan Slam. So
that's fair. We can't always have creative things, but it works.
Yeah. The move is certainly more creative than just saying, hey, change the name of the Texas Cloverleaf. However, The Rock was notorious for just doing something that already existed.
He was. I mean, technically, no one did the People's Elbow.
No one did the what?
No one really necessarily did the People's Elbow.
Everybody does the elbow.
Not
Everybody
the run to the ropes.
here's fun fact. Two fun facts about it. Number one, the fact that I think we all know that the People's Elbow was designed and perfected on the road as a way to try to make Undertaker
crack. Yep.
Right.
But here's another fun fact that you might not know. Do you know why The Rock ran, jumped over, bounced, ran, jumped over again to bounce, right? You know
I
why
thought it
he did
was the first time he did it to the Taker. He did it like 7 times.
Well, the 7 times, but there's a specific reason that he doesn't just do it once. The reason is
He can't do a left-handed elbow drop.
He can't do a left-handed elbow drop.
Oh, really?
So he always had to go over to come back from the other side to do the right-handed elbow drop.
Which makes sense as to why he stops when he's on that side. You know, he can bounce off the ropes closer to that person, and he'll stop right there. So it doesn't matter what direction he starts with the ropes, just as long as he can do a right-handed elbow drop.
Yep.
Because there will be times where he'll jump and then do the stop.
Yep. Just to do that right-handed one. He's got to do the right-handed one.
There was a lot of really cool things that happened in wrestling that were in an attempt to make the Undertaker crack. A lot of cool things.
The
Great
other fun
promos.
fact, not directly related to the People's Elbow or anything, but it is related to The Rock. The Rock and Stone Cold had a running bet. A running bet was buy the other one a case of beer. Whoever could do whoever could sell the other person's finisher the most over the top,
right? Yeah.
Would win a case of beer.
Yep.
Which has led to the most epic stunner sells ever
by The Rock. Yeah.
And you cannot oversell. You cannot oversell a rock bottom. Nope. There's just no way to do it because they're already laying on top of you.
You can oversell the elbow though, but it's still just flopping around. You know what I mean? It's really hard to bounce up and flip over onto your back and or your face or whatever with the elbow. So
I'm sure when he made the bet, Stone Cold was like, hell, you'll share it with me anyway. You know?
And I'm sure he did, frankly.
Yeah.
But anyways.
All right, it's your turn then, guy, because he said that was his last one.
That was his last one. It's my turn. Okay.
Boy. By the way, so I just sent you guys the Gable Stevenson sexual assault thing. That was from 2021. That might have been maybe the reason why we haven't seen Gable Stevenson do anything yet.
Or Gable Stevenson.
Or Gable Stevenson. I don't know who the Stevenson is. I'll have to look it up.
He also was doing some Olympic training.
Yeah, he was doing a lot of Olympic training. That was the biggest thing trying to get into. Not just shape, but to
allegations hold a lot less weight. Thank you, Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Oftentimes now, and true or not, the allegations oftentimes don't make the media as boisterously as they once did now because of the Amber Heard case and really the Rock's case.
Okay. So now, give me 1 second because I gotta relaunch my scoreboard app. Okay. We are going to alternate back and forth on these. 1 point for getting it correct. I am going to show you a picture and you tell me who the wrestler is in the picture. These are pictures from before they were stars.
Did you make your own
This is a fun one.
I did make this PowerPoint. It is very poorly made. I
you didn't use a bunch of weird graphic
nope. It's white. It's white background. It's as simple as can be.
Just put the photo. Okay. Well,
I
put the PowerPoint though.
I did do that. Now, in full disclosure, these pictures are taken from an article from Sportskeeda. So you can go there to see the pictures and read all the stories with it. But these photos worked. There are some photos I didn't use because they were way too easy. So I am going to the rules are going to be We're going to alternate back and forth. 1 point if you get it correctly. If you do not get it correctly, the other person has a chance to steal the point. Okay?
Perfect.
Some of these are easier than others. But we're going to go from there. So starting off.
Well, wait, who goes first?
I was getting there.
Okay, I thought you were gonna just go with the photo right away.
No, JLB, odds or evens?
Evens.
Okay, so that puts DA Fabe first because it was odd. So DA Fabe, the first wrestler, is who is that?
Taking the facial hair off. Changing the facial hair. This is Miro.
Yeah, for sure.
1 point to DA Fabe. The tattoo can give it away.
Yeah. And his Bulgarian.
But it wasn't a dead giveaway.
flag.
It wasn't like the Rock's tattoo or something.
Yeah. So JLB, your wrestler is.
Oh,
come on. That's Chris Jericho.
no.
No?
DA Fabe for the steal.
That particular picture is of stunning Steve Austin.
Oh, son
You're
of
gonna
a
show me
bitch.
the new picture is going to be of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Ah, yes. I jumped.
2 points.
2 points, 2-0. DA Fabe, your next wrestler is.
Oh. This dude is stacked. I'm going to say Brian Cage.
It is not Brian Cage. JLB, you have a chance to steal.
Before you give us the answer afterward, if he misses it, I think maybe I have the name. I think maybe.
Well, let's see if JLB misses it. JLB.
I am.
This is a currently wrestling star?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to ask. Is it a current wrestler?
He is not currently signed to a promotion.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say Nick Aldis, but I think he's signed to somewhere.
Nick Aldis is currently not signed, as far as we know, but might be going to WWE. It is not Nick Aldis. You guys are going to be angry when I show this, but DA Fabe wanted a chance to make.
I thought it was. Now that you say I'm going to be angry, I think I'm wrong. But I thought Chuck Palumbo.
No, it's not Chuck Palumbo. It is
Ryback. Oh shit!
Which now that you see it, you're like, oh no, yeah, that's Ryback there. I mean, it's got hair, but otherwise,
Right.
Okay, still 2-0. JLB, you're first up for.
Oh my God!
What? This is easy.
No, it's not easy, but I think I have.
Yeah, this one, in my opinion, is a hard one.
Ooh.
I think I have it though.
Oh man. These fucking ears, man. I'm trying to. His chin. It's not, but I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it's Cena, but it's not.
It is not Cena. DA Fabe, chance to steal.
I think this person is deceased. I'm gonna go with Macho Man Randy Savage.
It is Macho Man Randy Savage. Stole a point. 3-0. DA Fabe. If you didn't get it,
it was the mouth size and the hold of the smile, and he often wore shades, but when he didn't, you could see that his eyes were separated like that.
Yeah, I was also going to say, I mean, the age of the photo should be.
Yes, that was a helper.
A little telling.
Right,
so.
That's fair. Yeah.
So you're up 3-0, and you are first for the next one.
Mustafa Ali.
It's not Mustafa Ali. JLB, chance to steal.
Oh, shit. I see it now. God damn it.
Man, shit.
I can't steal my own back. I don't get another point. You'll see it if you look closer. Gaze into his eyes.
I'm going to say MJF.
It is not MJF. Okay, no point. But would you like to do the honors? I think you feel like.
Yeah, it's that may have been the Tyler Black era, but that's Seth Rollins.
Seth.
That is indeed Seth Rollins.
Son of a bitch. Okay, yeah.
JLB, you are up for the next one.
Still only up 3-0. If I had taken more time, I'd have seen it.
This one might be one of the easiest ones.
Oh,
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. JLB gets a point.
Thank you.
That is indeed Roman Reigns.
That's Sheamus.
Up. It is indeed Sheamus.
Nice.
JLB's up.
Triple H? What the fuck?
That is
terrorizing.
That is terrorizing.
Terrorizing, yeah. Terrorizing.
Okay, JB gets that point. 4-2. DA Fabe, you are up. I had to cover something.
That's Jeff Hardy.
I had to cover the fact that it said Jeff on the picture.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, and then you let it pop back up.
But then I let it pop back up in the reveal.
But that's Jeff Hardy. Yeah.
No. But it says Jeff on his thing, anyways.
Go back a screen there. See, you covered it.
Okay, covered up the Jeff because I knew if I didn't cover up the Jeff, it gave it away. But
that's Jeff Hardy. 5-2.
5-2. JLB, you are up with.
Yep, I know this one too. It's the lost connection,
huh?
No, we've just dumbfounded him.
Just dumb. Doesn't take much.
Fucking Google image search isn't working for him right now.
No,
like,
I'm not.
Quickly,
I'm not.
reverse image search.
Fuck, her face looks so familiar, though.
It sure does.
It sure does. Weekly.
That's not Chelsea Green.
It is not Chelsea Green. DA Fabe.
That is Saraya.
That is indeed Saraya /
Should have went
Paige.
my gut instinct. She didn't seem as pale, so I was like, "It's not. It can't be Paige."
Yeah, sometimes people tan more when they're younger.
Yeah.
Especially when they're younger was 15 years ago when it was cool to tan. Still,
that's fair. Yeah.
Also, she kind of like in WWE, she developed the goth girl image look.
Yeah.
Right.
And that pale is better. Okay. DA Fabe, you are up for.
That's Mark Calloway. That's the Undertaker.
Ding a ding ding. Mark
7-2, bud.
7-2. JLB is going to have to start making some strides.
How many do you have left?
There's still plenty left.
Okay.
Plenty of chances to win this one. Starting off with JLB up for this one.
Now that's Chris Jericho.
That is indeed Chris Jericho.
I didn't have that. Good job. 7-3.
DA Fabe, you are up with. This one might be one of the harder ones, if you ask me.
Trying to turn his face. I'm trying to see. No. They're thinner now. That cheek line is what I'm working with. But it was taken around 2001, 2000, somewhere in there. I am going to go with all I have is Doc Gallows, and I know that's not right.
It is not Doc Gallows. JLB, you have a chance to steal.
Make it you can make it a 3-point game if he steals this.
Oh, I'm not stealing this. Fuck, I'm trying to.
God dang.
He's currently wrestling?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it in his face. I have a person. I just don't have the person.
No.
He's not.
Because I'm gonna say British Bulldog.
It is not British Bulldog, but I see where you're coming from on that. So no points to either of you. Before I reveal, I am going to give you at least one clue. The biggest clue is that picture is a lot older than you thought it was, DA Fabe.
Okay. But it's in color.
It is in color. The next clue I'm going to give you is that hair color is way darker than his hair color was through most of his career. Any guesses?
This JBL? No.
Nope.
Dino Bravo? No.
Nope.
I was at Honky Tonk, but that's not who it is with the lighter hair color you mentioned.
I could see Honky Tonk though, yeah.
If it's not Honky Tonk, although I can see it. You guys give up?
Yeah.
Told you this was potentially one of the hardest ones. That is a young Ric Flair.
Oh my God.
What?
I do not see it.
I still don't see it even with the pictures.
I see it in the chin.
I see it in the ears.
Yeah, you see that kind of weird cleft in the chin.
Mm-hmm.
That matches up with this chin here. The ears match up. The eyes are a lot more open. But that's just what age and a lot of blading and stuff does. But no points for that. I told you that was potentially one of the hardest.
Never would have guessed Flair.
And that was DA Fabe first, right? So it's moving to JLB first for yet another potentially hard one. Still a 4-point game.
Oof. Currently wrestling?
No.
Oh, he's so young here, though. Jimmy Snuka.
It is not Jimmy Snuka. DA Fabe, you want to take a shot at this one?
I have to go with my gut. I think this is Michael. I think this is Shawn Michaels.
It is not Shawn Michaels. No points.
Okay, is he brown? Because he looks brown. I feel like he's.
I don't think anyone would ever call him brown.
Okay. Oh, that face though.
I'm just gonna reveal it because I don't think you're gonna get it. But you guys both made choices, so no points for that one.
Oh shit!
Oh wow! Yep, it's all there.
Mm-hmm.
God, there were so many documentaries. We should have seen that picture.
No, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
So, DA Fabe up first for the next one.
I didn't know I had to remove teeth to be able to identify them.
DA Fabe, your picture is.
Is that?
Oh, it's so familiar. Such a familiar face. It feels like.
Still a 4-point game.
Old picture, obviously.
JLB would have to make a couple steals to win.
Rick Rude.
It is not Rick Rude. JLB, you have a chance to steal. Bring this to a 3-point game. To correct what I just said, JLB would have to get the remaining ones, and it would be a tie. So JLB's best chase would be tying, but he has to get.
In which case, you can find one online to try and make it the final.
Yeah.
Like a baby picture of a wrestler or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, fuck his faces.
God, I can see a wrestler here, and I just can't figure out who it is.
And it is a wrestler, right? It's not a promoter.
It is a wrestler.
Heritage straight out of the 70s, man.
Yeah.
High school grad in the 70s. I might have used
That smile, that smirk. It's so Kurt Angle?
It is not Kurt Angle. No points either way right now. Get back to this.
Oh shit.
I see it. Yep, and that smile, that smirk.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
Yeah. So JLB can't win, can't tie, but he can redeem himself up a bit. JLB, your one is.
Oh shit.
Look at his neck, man.
Indeed.
It's fucking me up because this guy also looks like an actor.
He's older than the people I keep putting him with because he's got the hair over the ears. So this is again a 1960s, 70s graduation photo. Maybe early 80s.
I'm gonna go with Cena.
It is not Cena. DA Fabe, you want a shot at stealing?
Hogan. It's not Hogan.
It is not Hogan.
Is it The Miz? It's not The Miz.
It's not the Miz.
It's older than that.
Yeah.
Sergeant Slaughter?
It is not that old. DA Fabe again proves not quite able to tell the age of photos. This one's not as old as he thought.
Oh shit!
Wow. That explains the neck, though.
Yes, that's why I said yes. The neck.
I thought you had gotten it because of the neck. You're like, look at the neck. I'm like,
No, it's just the dude's got a freakishly powerful neck next to the head.
Mm-hmm.
I even tried taking the hair off and seeing it, and I couldn't see it.
Yeah, you have to take the hair off, put some beard on him. Damn. Okay. He looks very Italian here in his black and white photo, though. Nah,
He does.
Italian vibe.
Well,
But I guess he's just very Jewish.
His bloodline is Ashkenazi Jew, so
Yeah.
not Ashkenazi, Eastern European Jew. So
Fair.
Okay, DA Fave gets to start with the next one. There's only 2 left. So the best case scenario for JLB is losing 7-5. But first, DA Fave has to not get this one.
Oh my god.
I'm horrible at the age range, so
Fucking kind of looks like Elvis.
I can tell you it's not Yokozuna. Owen Hart.
Oh shit.
It's not Owen Hart. JLB gets a chance to steal.
Current wrestling?
No.
I didn't ask a bunch of questions, bud.
That's
Sure didn't.
No, that's true.
Cheater.
Yes, I am.
Who's the picture? Can you imagine how hard this would be if it was like ECW originals? What does Sandman look like as a child without a beard and a cigarette?
This time I didn't have a beard.
Beer.
Oh, beer. Sorry.
Which he almost always had, even when he was wrestling.
When he was wrestling, yeah.
Fun fact.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be wrong. Because he didn't have that hair at all.
The hair is negligible.
Fun fact, you know the famous ECW crucifix incident where
the man's transit. Oh no, the crucifix.
No, the
with,
crucifix one.
Raven and Sandman.
Yep. Sandman made that crucifix. He apparently, in his free time, is a very accomplished carpenter.
Oh, nice. Good for him.
Also, reportedly, a super nice guy. Like, every fan I've ever seen who's talked to him is like, yeah, no, he's the best.
Okay, and it's not him because of the hair, but whatever. Andre.
It is not Andre. You're both going to be so pissed.
Son of a bitch. He's Andre adjacent. He suplexed Andre at WrestleMania.
I guess Hogan the last round.
Yes, you did. and I was like, oh man, maybe he's gonna have Hogan on his brain when it comes to it.
I was planning on just doing Hogan for the rest of them because I knew I was gonna win.
And I remember Hulkamania Rules. They fucking showed that exact photo. No.
Okay.
God damn it.
The final photo. JLB has a chance to make this 7-4. And in a way, this might be the easiest photo because it has at least a second visual clue in it. JLB, your photo is... It is not Stone Cold we're looking for.
Right.
I got this. The woman, obviously, right?
It is not the woman.
Oh, okay.
It's the kid with the red hair. Yeah.
He's just a little rugrat there, isn't he? I wouldn't have needed the clue. Don't let me double up.
CM Punk?
That is correct.
You are correct. That is a young Chicago-made Phil.
Okay, there we go.
The Rugrat statement was regarding Phil. Philip.
Right, yeah.
I knew the Smirks guy right away. And then my other joke was going to be, he just looks like a little punk.
Right.
So final score, 7-4, DA Fabe with the victory. Although, I'm going to point out
I got the easiest one.
that there were 18 different wrestlers on this list. 18 different that I showed.
We guessed 11 combined.
And we only got 11 right. So
that means that we're professionals and we know what we're doing.
yes. That's well above 50%.
two above 50%.
So
That
was my game.
That was a fun one. New, different,
and maybe I will do it again for a future one. I've got to find a lot more before they were stars, but in the end, it's not that hard to find them. The toughest thing is to find them that are not really obvious. Like I found a picture of Rikishi, but it's 100% Rikishi. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got a picture of Vince McMahon, but it's 100% Vince McMahon. And so I wanted to get at least a few that were. There were a few that were fairly easy, but there were also a bunch that were, a little bit tougher. Just a little bit. But, anywho's, that, I think, will bring us to the end of our wrestling game night. Not sponsored by Pro Wrestling Tees. Please sponsor us.
Yeah, we'll take a free box every month.
Yeah, seriously, man. Heck, I'll even commit. I will keep paying for my box. Sponsor us, and we'll give a box away every month.
Yeah,
If you
that's
give us
fair.
a free box, right?
If you give us free
We will
box.
give that box away every month to a listener.
Yeah.
If you sponsor us. Anyways, on that note, we are going to go ahead and close the book on the pro wrestling game night. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun tonight. I had a ball. I hope you guys did too.
Good to have three of us.
Good to have three of us. Yes. We will be back on Sunday with our regularly scheduled breakdown of the news and events in wrestling of the week. Here's hoping that we're all back for it.
Yeah, I get it, guys. I get it. Should be.
Maybe he'll have a camera by then.
Here's hoping our fourth member decides to show up for it.
I thought he said he was like all down for Tuesdays and Sundays.
He
He's
sure
like, yeah.
did.
Well, unfortunately, in the text message it said Sundays and Thursdays, so he might think Thursdays is when this happens.
No, I'm pretty sure I said Sundays and Tuesdays. I got to go back to it, but
it's a ways back.
It is a ways back.
Because we talk a lot of wrestling in our private time.
But oh nope, you're right. Sunday and Thursday. It must auto-corrected by Tuesday to Thursday.
Oh, dirty.
It's fine. We'll get it fixed. We'll get it figured. But maybe he'll be back. Maybe he won't. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll move this to Thursdays. I don't know. We'll get it figured out. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and close the book. Thanks to everyone who joined us. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to us on Twitch. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can do it for absolutely free. That way you get notified when we go live and you don't miss any of this. We do keep them up on Twitch for, I believe it's 14 days before they're automatically deleted. They do get posted to YouTube so that you can watch them there. So go over there and subscribe there as well to make sure you have access to it. But also, if you're subscribed to us on Twitch, you will get notified when we start doing our Wrestling Botch-Along Movies edition. Where we will be going live and doing a botch-along of a movie that has a wrestler involved in it. And we will be live reacting to it. We will give you the ability to watch the movie along with us and live react to it. And all that. And the only way to watch that after it goes off of Twitch is going to be on our Patreon. So subscribe to us on Twitch so you get it here, or you can head on over to Patreon and subscribe to us there. It's only $3 on Patreon, and you will get it. It'll be a little bit later on Patreon, but you'll still get those there. So a lot of fun there. Hey, look at that. JLB decided to resub for the 7th month. Hey. Thanks, JLB.
No problem.
But also you can support us by like going and buying the merch, like that shirt that's hanging behind DA Fave, or one of the dozens of other shirts that we have on our shops. We actually got 2 shops. Links are in the doobly-doos, so you can catch us there. Great way to support us. Last week I talked about on the thing how there have been sponsorships that we have chosen not to do because they are video game based sponsorships, and that's really not what we cover on this channel. There are other sponsorships like the HelloFreshes and the Factors. We did the Factor one time. It was mildly successful, but you know, after doing it, it was one of those things that I was like, I don't know if this really fits very well. So the way that we keep this sponsor free, or at least free of those types of sponsors, is by the support of our listeners, subscribing to us, buying merch, going to our Patreon, subscribing there, all of those things, sending us bits, sending us tips. Those things are the way to keep us from having to do all of these sponsors that we don't want to do. That's not saying we won't do sponsorships. That's saying we're going to try to keep our sponsorships aimed at our fans who are wrestling fans. So if Pro Wrestling Tees wants to sponsor us, that's aimed. If something related to wrestling wants to sponsor us, or another wrestling podcast wants to sponsor us, or a performance supplement, like if fucking Rain or C4 wants to sponsor us, or Prime wants to sponsor us, we might do those. But I'm just gonna try to stay away from like War of Tanks.
Right.
You know. So but on that
unless
note,
a lot of our fans start saying they want that as our sponsorship. If you're gonna do a sponsorship, go ahead and do games, guys.
Yeah. Well, the tough thing with the video game ones is we have to do streams that are specific to the video games. And none of us are like video game streamers. JLB streams wrestling games.
I'm a half-assed video game streamer.
Occasionally, yes.
Yeah.
So but anyways, on that note, we're going to go ahead and close the book. Thanks to all of you who joined us. You can follow me on all of the social medias at Raw and Order WBU, like it says right there. You can follow DA Fabe at
DA Vincent K. Fabe right there.
And you can follow JLB at
twitch.tv/JLBTLC25, where I half-ass stream video games, or you can follow me on Twitter at JLB420.
And on that note, we're going to close the book. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you soon.
Deuces.